Well, what better way to start off the week than with a transfer special? Hit like and subscribe, leave some comments below. Let's go live the dream. What's up guys, ChasingLamely here with episode number 51 of Living the Dream, and today we're not playing this game against Walsall. That's going to come on Wednesday. We're just going to go through the transfer business that's happened in the pre-season, in the summer break. We're going to go through it as quickly as we can. I'm not going to go through every player I've signed because I've signed a lot. I've signed a lot of players, but we're going to go through the important ones, the ones that you'll actually see play, and we'll tell you who has left because some players have left the club. So stick around. So the first major signing of note who will actually probably play quite a bit is Barry Lee, a left-back, English left-back, 18 years old. He's joined us from Manchester City on a free after they released him. He's coming because he's 2.5 stars. He's got some big potential. I think I can do something with this guy. He's never played for City before. I don't think he played in the Cups or anything. He's just a lot of junior level experience. But I think he looks like a good player. He looks like he's got the beginnings of something quite versatile. He can pass. He can create as well. He's a wing back. That's all we need to know about Barry Lee. But expect him to start for the team very, very soon. Now, I tried as hard as I could to avoid signing any players that weren't regens, but once Alex Omer retired, I had no goalkeepers in my squad that were able to mentor the many, many great young goalkeepers I had. So I brought in Shamal George on a free. He played against us for Colchester in the playoffs. He looked pretty good, so I thought we'd just give him a shot. He was released by them for some reason. He's never going to get in the team. He's very much a backup player, but he's just there to mentor Harry Starkey and the others around him. So don't get too concerned about him being around. Just think of him as being a bit like Andy Answer from the original series. You knew in your head he was a real player, but you treated him like a character. Speaking of goalkeepers, one goalkeeper I did bring in who will probably play at some point in the season, I don't know why he's in the under-18s, so it doesn't make any sense, is Kenneth Duarte. I don't know why that's not clearing, it'd be fine. There we go. Kenneth Duarte came in, he's got 2 stars already with 5-star-ish potential. So he's come in, I think he came in as a youth teamer, and then got released by the youth intake thing. The head of youth development didn't sign him, so I had to pick him back up, essentially, because he got missed in the youth intake. Anyway, he looks pretty good, but also what's got me a little bit excited about this kid is that he is Gibraltarian, which means he's going to get some caps incredibly quickly. So we'll probably start to see him coming into the side as well. You can see in the goalkeeper rankings. He is technically behind Shamal George. Another new signing, right, again, never going to play, just there to provide some mentoring, was Matt Curry, who's coming from Airdrie after being released. I don't know if he was actually an Airdrie player. He was an Airdrie player. Yeah, he came in after being released, and I saw he had decent mentors, like a decent level of determination compared to the rest of the keepers in the squad. Just thought I'd bring him in to teach. That's all he's there for. But that's kind of our goalkeeper signings for the summer. And the last of the incoming players I'd expect to become a thing, and again, I've not put him in the senior squad for some reason. I don't want to put him in the 18s. That's okay, I was paying attention. I know what's going on. Anyway, I think that's pronounced Hayam Corcoran. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Is Hayam Corcoran. He is a Trinidadian. Well, he's not even international. He is a Trinidadian. I'm never going to say it. He's from Trinidad. He's from Trinidad. Was released by West Ham. He's a left winger, and we have a lack of left wingers in the squad, so I'd expect him to play at some stage. Those are the kind of key-ins that I've brought in about 60-odd players. They're all kind of people who've been released or, new gen or whatever. But I think those are the key ones. Let's just have a quick look at the players who've been sold. We're not going to look at the players loaned out, just the players who've been sold, otherwise we're going to be here forever. So the first player to be sold was Edward Flynn, who we've sold to Eastleigh for £500. He only played for us once, never quite achieved his potential. He's still got a little bit left in him. But I think we can all agree he's never going to become a League One level player, which means we've probably passed him by. But Edward Flynn has said goodbye to us. Also leaving us is Jakub Walensky, a Polish right winger that we had knocking about. He has gone to Blackpool and he's gone for 2.3k. But we may come across him this season, we may play against him this season. But I didn't really feel like he was going to make it. I don't know if we can still see his scout report or not. I didn't feel like he was going to go very far. I know it says he's got potentially 4.5-star potential, but I didn't see it, so I thought I'd let him go because we needed to bring in the money because of the financial problems at the club. I think I highlighted this at the time, but for some reason this guy's contract, I didn't renew it, or he refused a new contract. Madani Salam has gone on a free to Rennes I did try and bring him back on loan and he wouldn't come back, which is sad because he would be among our best defenders. He's someone we could do with for the game we're playing on Wednesday, actually. But sadly, it wasn't to be. We're going to keep an eye on him. If the opportunity comes up to bring him back, we will bring him back. But Madani Salam, unfortunately, currently going to Rennes, or currently has joined Rennes. The next big sale, I hated making this sale, but I couldn't turn down the money. Brian Kelly, the Irish under-19 international, played a lot of games for us last season. He has joined Genoa in Serie A, and I'm a bit sad to let him go. Again, I looked at trying to loan him back. They weren't interested in loaning him back immediately. But 350k, but if you look here, that rises potentially to 425k, and that's because there's a couple of add-ons in terms of appearance money. I think if he gets a cap for Ireland, we get another 45,000. We also get 40% of his next sale. And if he's playing in Serie A regularly, you'd expect his next sale to be going for, somewhere near 7 figures. So we're going to hope that that's what happens. But we'll keep an eye on his development as things continue. And the final sale is Kevin Nidalec, who I think maybe you forgot we had at the club because he's not been seen for a while. He's been around at Harchester and Braintree for the last couple of years. He's just joined Bristol Rovers. And again, it's another kind of well-structured deal where the money was good. He'd have been our 4th choice goalkeeper for us this season. 375k rising to 475k. We get half of his next fee, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in there, add-ons for appearances, including an international appearance when he makes one international appearance for Canada, which you've got to think is not out of the realms of possibility, because Canada cannot be awash with world-class goalkeepers. I'm not saying he is world-class, but you can see he's got some strong potential, so he could become a top-quality goalkeeper. I think you've got to imagine he's going to play his way into the Canadian squad at some stage in the near future, so that's probably going to work out well for us profitability-wise. Also, Bristol Rovers, you may have noticed, have just got promoted to the Championship in this game, which is the complete opposite of real life, but there you go. He's a Championship player, so hopefully he will attain some good value after he plays a few games, and we'll see what happens. But talking of the ex-players, let's just do a quick check-in with the ex-players before we can basically wrap the episode up. So, looking at our ex-players shortlist, Joseph Torrent has joined Troyes after being released by Portland. He wouldn't join us. I tried my best. He wouldn't come to us. Liam Matthews has made it onto the ex-players shortlist. I don't know how he... I think I did sell him. My brain completely forgot I sold him. So Liam Matthews has joined Bournemouth in the Premier League, which is quite a run considering we had him originally here for, next to nothing. And then he joined Barnsley on a free, which was very frustrating. I remember being frustrated about Liam Matthews leaving on a free to Barnsley. He was a guy, I completely forgot his contract was running out. They've just sold him to Bournemouth for 700k, having never played for them, and we didn't get any knock-on for that, which is a bit disappointing. Vinny Kayembe is still at Levante B. I tried to bring him on loan. It said he was interested, but he turned the move down, unfortunately, which is pretty sad because it would have been nice to have Vinny Kayembe back. Then we've got Edward Flynn. You've just seen Chris Bell is still at Devondale in the Highland League. Andy Garvey is at Carmarthen, which, it happens. But the player I'm most excited about, the ex-player I'm most excited about on this shortlist is Kyle Brady. Now, I tried to bring Kyle Brady back in, because as you can see, his contract has expired. However, when I tried to sign him, it said that his compensation fee would be 550k, which I don't have. I don't have that money, and he turned down the contract anyway. I put it in just in case. He turned down the contract offer. But what got me a little bit excited is we still get a sell-on from Kyle Brady. We still have quite a big sell-on. I think it's 40% we get from the Kyle Brady transfer. And look at these clubs who are looking at him. Arsenal, Everton, Leeds, Liverpool, City, United, Spurs, Marseille, Juventus, Napoli. He's probably going somewhere for... he's going somewhere for money. It will be a tribunal either way. I don't know if it'll be a flat 550k fee. If you put in a bid for him, and I don't know if this will apply to the AI clubs because we never do, but if you try and put in a bid for him, they ask for 32.5 million. Now I've got to imagine that 550 buyout clause goes across the board, but if someone is dumb enough to pay what that will cost to get him released, which is about, if I had to put in an educated guess, I'd say if I put in 16.5 million, they'd rip my arm off. There you go. We're not going to put that bid in. We don't have that kind of money, as you can see. But if someone does buy him for 16.5 million, we would be making an awful lot of money. An awful lot of money on Kyle Brady. somewhere in the region of about 6.5 million, which is money we could use because this is what the finances look like right now. They're improving, they're not great. We are a long way from appeasing the club vision where they want us to fix the financial damage at the club, but hopefully that screen will load while I'm still talking. You never know. There we go, it worked. We're on course now to repair the club's financial damage. We just need to keep that going. Everything else is going well, but that's pretty much summing up everything you need to know ahead of the first game of the new season against Walsall on Wednesday. Sorry, my brain forgot how to words then. Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this, if you want to be on board for the new season, the first season in League One, don't forget to like and subscribe because that's important, and a magic graphic right there will remind you to like and subscribe. You can find me on the socials below. I'm on Twitter, Insta and Patreon at ChasingLamely. Comments as well, always appreciated, always replied to eventually. I forget. But they do get replied to. And yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you all on Wednesday. I might see you all tomorrow for our first game in charge of Leeds, but hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday if you're following this series. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I have as always been Chasing Lamely, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one.